What's up, my crypto lovers? So it's been a while since we've been tracking Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is still within this channel. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is bouncing between this channel. It hasn't broken out. Like I mentioned before, we need to see the breakout of either the top of the channel or the bottom of the channel. That will confirm the trajectory for Bitcoin. So basically, if Bitcoin breaks out to the upside, that's the line, right? Bitcoin can break through this line and then come and retest this line. We know that basically this is going to be an uptrend for Bitcoin. Bitcoin will move in an upward trajectory, and that will be the start of the next bull market. And if Bitcoin breaks the bottom, which is this over here, the support line, we will be seeing lower prices for crypto. What's up, my crypto lovers? I do daily technical analysis on Bitcoin and Ethereum. My name is Crypto Nug. Let's get into it. Right now, we have bounced off a major support zone. The reason why is because I drew this over here. It is a fib extension level, and it is the most commonly retraced to level. And look how perfectly it bounced off this level. So you take the fib extension, you draw it from the bottom to the top, and as you can see, that's how I got this level over here, right? So as you can see, Bitcoin bounced, but now there is potentially also a rejection zone. So we use the same fib tool, we draw it from the top to the bottom of where Bitcoin price action came down to, and this is going to be our rejection zone. So we need to see, basically, is Bitcoin just chopping up between here, right? Bitcoin can be chopping up between here and then basically going to an apex, or is Bitcoin going to break through this and head for this over here so that we can basically break out and move to the upside, or will we get the rejection from this level? This is the key level Bitcoin needs to break. It is the most commonly retraced to fib level. So as I mentioned before, it will come down like I did over here. Easy long trade. You take a long, you can close your trade, or you can close your trade at the next level. Similar to over here, this is where you short Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will do this, and usually this would be like a dead cat bounce, and then Bitcoin can go lower. That's usually the trajectory, because if we can look at the larger time frames, Bitcoin is basically in a massive downtrend, right? This is a massive downtrend. We are in a bear market. Bitcoin is moving down. Look at this, step ladders down, right? And this is a flag formation. So what that means is Bitcoin travels down, it forms a flag, and then it continues down again. So that's basically what it's forming right now. It is a bearish continuation pattern. So we need to see if Bitcoin is able to break above this fib level. If it's not, this is going to be a good entry for a short position to basically catch the ride down. We just need to keep an eye out for that, guys. So yeah, right now, if you're looking to accumulate, these are good accumulation zones. You can always accumulate in these low areas over here. So for now, it's all about accumulating. There is potential trades like this last trade over here. It was a pretty easy trade to take. And this trade that's going to be coming up over here. If Bitcoin gets that daily rejection, you know it's a nice short trade. If Bitcoin breaks through, then obviously you're not going to short. You're going to start looking at if Bitcoin can break this level. If it's not able to break this level, you'll be shorting from this level. So if it gets rejected, basically we catch the short down to the bottom like it did. So got rejected, could have shorted. Got rejected, could have shorted. Same over here. That's Bitcoin for you guys. The next chart I want to look at is the Nasdaq 100. And it's literally been trading in this channel as well. Let me just go into the larger time frame and actually show you guys what is happening. I know it looks a bit messy. Let me just try to hide everything. Right? It does look a bit messy, but this is basically a bear run, right? It had a massive rally, came down, and now it's sitting in a lower high. This is the first high where we topped out, came down, and we're getting a dead cat bounce at the CC, the most commonly retraced to fib level, and getting another rejection. Generally what happens with this is that the price does something like this, gets rejected and comes down to form a lower low, right? That is usually what happens with a dead cat bounce. But that's yet to play out. I'd just like to show you guys that. I do see that is what's currently happening in the charts, but there is a possibility where the charts might be a bit bullish and the run is not over yet, because if we can see, the 10-year treasury yield is still climbing. It is still climbing, which is interesting because so long this chart climbs, the bull run continues, right? As you guys can see, this was the COVID dump, pre-COVID dump. So COVID happened in March. This thing topped out in February, and it told you there's a massive dump coming. So in February, it topped out, and then in March, the stock market crashed. Now, this is like a lead indicator. So basically, if the price runs up, that means that the stock market will basically follow this chart, more or less, right? It is a leading indicator for the market. If we see a massive red candle going down, we know that there's definite danger to come in the market. And as you guys can see, the stochastic is very oversold. So we do need to keep out for that little red dot and potentially see a decline. If we see a decline like that, we can expect a massive dump to come in the stock market. This is the Nasdaq, and as well as the US 30 and the S&P 500. As you guys can see, the S&P 500, similar thing, basically a dead cat bounce. We had a top out fib level from the top to the bottom. This is the rejection zone, the CC, I call it the CC. It's the rejection zone, the most commonly retraced to fib level, and that's where you short. And if you had to catch a short, nice easy short of 5%, which is a really good gain. And yeah, for now guys, I'm keeping an eye on the Nasdaq and I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoin. And as I mentioned before, let me just take you guys over to the total 2 market cap, because I mentioned to you guys, this is where you want to be scooping up altcoins, right? At this level, I even drew the level out for you guys. There's a green box. The price was coming down. I told you this is where you start accumulating altcoins, right? Because altcoins are showing a very bullish signal, because what we have here is a high, and now we have a higher high, and right now we have a low and we have a higher low, and this is basically an uptrend, right? Until it is broken. So basically, if we form the lower low over here, then it's a downtrend, then it's invalidated. But right now, this is the accumulation zone for altcoins. So basically, this little green box, if you had to catch a buy any altcoins within this little green box, you would have made gains already of small gains, probably 30%. One of my favorite tokens I'm watching right now is Glimmer. So let's have a look at that token. Okay, so we have a look at Glimmer. This token looks really, really good, guys. I think this token is going to do phenomenal. What I see is basically the Glimmer token has been setting in higher lows. As you guys can see, it had a little double bottom, nice breakout. Double bottoms are bullish patterns. They look like W's, right? Double bottom. The target is from the top of the pattern to the bottom, and then you could have basically entered it over there. That would have been 55% gain, and right now it is still holding this level, as you guys can see, which is pretty bullish. And this could form a different type of pattern which is even more bullish. It's called a cup and handle pattern, right? So we draw that like that. Once the price breaks out of here, right, this is the cup, this is the handle. The target for the cup and handle is from the top to the bottom, and basically there. So if you enter it over here, if you buy here and the price breaks out, you'll catch 100%. You can double your money with the Glimmer within the next few weeks, basically. But that is only if the pattern plays out. For now, like I said, the altcoins really do look bullish, and I do like that a lot. I am keeping my eye on Glimmer. Glimmer looks really, really good, guys. And this is the main chart you need to be tracking, which is a total crypto market cap for altcoins, right? What's up, my crypto lovers? I do daily technical analysis on Bitcoin and Ethereum. My name is Crypto Nug. Let's get into it. This is not financial advice. It's only my opinion, and it's for educational purposes only.